Hello, everybody out there on your internet receiving devices, and welcome back to the playground. Hope all of you are well out there. Hope all of you had a nice day and a nice week so far. It's Wednesday, so almost the week is almost done. So the weekend is coming closer. So I hope all of you are looking forward to it. I'm a little bit exhausted today. I must admit. I have to admit, and I'm feeling a little bit cold, kind of cold. So I'm just wearing my hoodie today, um, which is nice and warm, and it's pink. It's pink and it has equality. Yeah. And I have a nice cup of tea here. Cheers. Mm. Unfortunately, I had no oat drink at home, so it's just tea without oat drink. Um, but yeah, that's the way the cookie crumbles, as my English teacher used to say back in the school days. As I again changed a few things in my setup on my sound and so on. Hope Hey Zawabeki, thanks. Hope everything is fine. Hope you can hear me well and so on, stuff like that. I just gotta get on the things here. The
Hey!
soundboard. Working. Yeah, cool. Um, yeah, hope you can hear me well. I hope you can hear me loud enough. Hope the music will be loud enough. So let me know if there's anything wrong, as always. But before I'm gonna start today, just want to take a few moments to talk about something which is really on my mind today, and which I normally don't, usually don't. I'm just gonna take the camera down a bit, so yeah, it's better like yeah, it's better like maybe the microphone is like a little bit more into my face now, and you can see the voice is clearly and understandable. Thanks. Um, yeah, before I'm gonna start with the fun part, I just want to because of reasons. Just wanted to say something like, yeah, I'm talking about something a little bit more serious today in the beginning, so please stay. Although I'm just talking about serious stuff today, but just for now in the beginning. Because I don't know how many people are watching at the moment. I don't have the count up. I just don't. I'm not sure. Um, and I also don't know how many people from Germany are watching. But yeah, actually, here in Germany, it's like, yeah, the weather is like really, really terrible today, and especially in uh, in my region, like it's not like very yeah. There are cities who had it really more bad than us here. Um, but there's actually like really, really heavy and lots of rain coming down, and it's just like really, really unusual. Like it's unusual for this time of the year, and it's unusual in yeah in the whole thing in Germany, like in total in Germany. That um I heard today that the amount of rain that's coming down will be like um as much as in usually in 2 months would come down, and just like from today till tomorrow, that's like lots of rain. So, and actually we are not, and not just we're in Germany having a bad time with the weather. So I think all of you know, over in America and in Canada, they have lots of problem with heat, and with forest fires and stuff like that. And yeah, um, just wanted to say that, or just wanted to ask you to say, to ask all of you out there, to maybe just help us, help, yeah, do your part, and um, uh, preventing us from this climate change thing, because yeah, it's real, it's happening, and there are still people out there who say that it's not real, it's not happening, but yeah. Actually, I thought about saying something like, if you don't believe in climate change, just go and unfollow me and stuff like this. But I think that's not the right way to do to address this topic. And just want to say, if you um, even if you don't believe in climate change, stay and think about it, um, and talk with people about it, and let's just all do as much as we can to yeah, to stop this. Just stop this. I think it's hard to it's hard to talk about this, especially in English. But yeah, I saw lots of pictures today, lots of videos today, which that are real were really really kind of scared me, because these are things that I have never seen in Germany before. Like yeah, like it's really really unusual, and it scares me. It actually scares me, and I just want to say, I would just wanted to ask all of you, please, let's just yeah, do whatever we can do to stop this. Whether it's I know I'm not asking you to like, yeah, change your whole lifestyle, but if there's something you can do, just like, I don't know, like you don't have to go fully vegan if you say, if you don't want to, but if you can skip few um yeah, scary as fuck, yeah. It's really actually scary as fuck. So if you whatever you can do, and I hope all of you out there who are watching this, I think I will cut this out and put this. I just need to make a marker here. Yeah, here, there it is. Um, I will put this out on my social platforms as well. Um, so I'm asking you again. I'm just asking all of you out there, please do whatever you can to stop this. You just, if this if you don't want to go like like fully vegan, it's okay. If you don't want to do this, um, if you can skip some meals with meat or with dairy, it would be fine. Or just, I don't know, if you do car sharing or whatever. There are so many things that we can do to um, to help the whole world, actually, to get better, and um, yeah, have a like have a normal kind of life, just that we all actually survive together. That, I think, it's just something we should all think about. And uh, yeah, I just ask you, please, help us, and do whatever you can, whatever you're able to do, whatever you want to do to stop this, and not support any organizations um, who um, don't believe in climate change, and who don't do anything against it. So, noch schnell. Ja, Dankeschön, Malibu. Schöne Grüße zurück ans Meer. Ich hoffe, ihr habt es da weiterhin schön. Hier ist, wie gesagt, alles gerade nicht so schön mit dem Wetter. Ja, habt eine gute Zeit da auf jeden Fall. Genau. So this is for the serious part. I'm not gonna do more than this. Um, if you want to talk more about this, just let me know. We can talk about this, and you can always, if I'm vegan for about 2 or 3 years now. I'm not sure, just about. And if you like want to go vegan, and you want to have some tips, you want to, just some things you want to know, just go straight ahead and ask me on my social platforms, whatever. um, I'm always open to talk about this, and yeah. So just to let you know. But this is all for the yeah, for the serious part of the day. And now we're going back to making music because um, as serious as the situation is, we all need to calm down and have some fun, and always remember that um, yeah, always remember that we can uh, uh, that we can have fun together. I don't know. Sorry. It's like kind of as I mentioned. I'm a little bit exhausted and I'm like a little bit emotional, crazy today. So sorry. Whatever. I'm gonna come back to the music part now, and this is the part I that's easier to talk about. Um, Today I want to go on working on a track that I been working on for a few weeks now, and which is like in the almost in the final stage. Like I'm really satisfied with most of the sounds I'm using now in this track now, and it's I'm always almost close to like do the final things of the mixing stage, and almost close to mastering even. Although there are a few like a few things that I would like to try and maybe change, and yeah. So we, without further ado, just gonna go straight ahead and open up the. What does it work now? Oh, it's the wrong button. Sorry, this was the right button. So this is the project now, for now. See, we have lots of tracks. No, it's not lots of tracks. It's like 31 tracks actually, with the group tracks counted. So it's like maybe there are a few group tracks. Um, there's also an audio file here which I used for as a what's the word again? Let me look for as a reference. Yeah, as a reference track for doing the equalizer stuff. Um, yeah, it's kind of a lo-fi, chilly vibe, and yeah, just let us. Just first. I'm just gonna show you where I am now and where we are now, and then we dive into the project and um, see what we do today. So let's give it a listen. Yes, this is the track so far. Let's get a bit of applause going here. Yeah, this is the track so far. I'm actually still pretty happy with it. There are a few things I want to try out. A few things that I just noticed I should maybe do to make it a little bit more interesting, but they're just like, just like tiny few things. Um, but first, let me show you a few of the um, just a few of the things I've done because I'm pretty cool satisfied with a few of the sounds that I have here. That's like my bottle right here. It's a little bit quiet because it's like a little bit down and down to the outside of the track and so on. To the right. Where did I pan it? I'm not sure. Uh, yeah, it's panned to the right. So it's like there is your must be right. Yeah, uh, it's like kind of crazy. And this is actually a glass bottle that I hit with a drumstick, and something that's worked out really cool is this here, which is it's a Mandeltüte. It's an almond bag. I had a bag of almonds here, and just wanted to have something that like a ghost note on a snare. It's like it sounds like a ghost note on a snare because like maybe like even like a flame on a snare. Like again, it's happening just before the hit of the snare, and somehow I got to. I was like messing around with the almond bag, and like it sounded like oh yeah, it's like this. There was this texture already there that I wanted to have, and I kind of messed with it. It's like let me copy it over here and let's show you the original sound, which is like this, like in the back of almonds before the in front of the microphone, which are like quickly uh, uh, moved up and down. Comes from everyday's life surrounding. Yeah, it's like it's becoming more and more as a part of my music, of my creating process, using everyday sounds and like organic, mixing those organic sounds with the synthesized sounds. It's like that's a cool thing to do, a fun thing to do for making um, electronic music. And it's like, as I mentioned, it's like just it's just like a bag of almonds, which I'm like not shaking, but moving up and down in front of the microphone. And it was almost there, and I've messed around with those track settings here and warped it to texture mode and put the grain size up, and now it sounds like this. And this is a pretty. I don't know how I did this. It's like it just happened. And it was a happy accident. I pitched it up and changed the grain size and the flux here a little bit, and so I ended up with a sound that's like almost like this flame before snare sound, and I just put it right before the snare, so I ended up with pretty much like this, something pretty much like this. So you see, it's like almost like it's a little bit before the snare, so that you get this feeling like it's leading towards the snare drum sound, and it's pretty cool because it's got um some kind of um shuffle vibe, shuffle rhythm vibe, and also the shaker is like a little bit it's not like it's not really on the grid, it's like a lot it's like it's like you can see here it's lots of hits are off the grid here, see. And I didn't quantize it or anything, just left it like it is because it sounds like pretty cool to have it like yeah, so much off the grid. It's just you can hear it together just with the drums. See, and with the almond back sound together. It worked out as a pretty cool kind of shuffly but relaxed groove, you know, and it's just still like it's got a straight part of groove, you know, that you can rely on, because the main groove here is like really in time. There are just a few sounds, a few additional sounds that I just manually moved a little bit before or after the snare and so on, and so it's got a little bit of an yeah, organic groove to it, you know. And then if you mix all of this together, and just the groove section and this B section, which is like the really interesting part. And I really like it. And also, I used a pretty new plugin. It's actually it's a beta test plugin which I got from Noise Engineering, because a few weeks ago, or a few months ago actually, I joined the beta test, and this is one of the plugins. It's called Ruina. It's a pretty cool name. It looks pretty awesome. I think it's like, yeah, it's like their aesthetic, Noise Engineer's aesthetic. It's like pretty simple, but weird, you know. And it's like, and I don't know. It's like it ruins the sound, you know. It's like really cranking up on saturation. You got saturation. You got doom. You got bass. You got everything here that can't to destroy your sound, you know. And it's sounding really awesome on drums. I just let me get it off for a second. So this is the sound without the Ruina on, which is already pretty cool, I think. But if you turn the Ruina on, of course, the signal gets louder because there's a lot of distortion and stuff like this happening. So of course the signal is getting louder too. But I think it's gotten nice kind of overdrive saturation sound to it. I really enjoy this plugin, and I really enjoy the other plugins too. I'm gonna show them to you maybe later. There's one thing I just you can change the color of this thing. It's pretty cool. Like I really like to go for magenta here. It's really like, you know, my color scheme. And you can also go like with this, and this is pretty yeah, psychedelic stuff here. So they really just done a cool job on the looks and also on the sounds. You know, I haven't like completely understood all of the plugins. There are three plugins actually, just three, but they're really crazy, you know. And this Runa is a plugin that I just immediately started to love, especially on drums. And yeah, maybe the other ones I'll show you later. And yeah, actually, the bass is pretty simple, kind of. Nah, it's not. Yeah, it's like lots of stuff happening, but you can't really hear it. It's like actually how you feel bass. So you see, it's like really simple kind of it's really simple kind of a triangle wave which I folded, and sawtooth which is a little bit above the sawtooth here, and there's a little bit of filtering, but the filter isn't moving at all. What makes this kind of moving sound, like filter moving sound, is a saturator, actually, because I mapped the this envelope. You can see it, yeah. Mapped this envelope here to the, I think it was the curve, yeah, to the curve, and you see that this wave here of the saturator just gets pulled together or squished together almost, and this results in this kind of opening kind of filter sound. And I just EQ'd it down a lot, because if I could just turn the equalizer off, it gets really, really crazy. But you know, you still hear that the fundamental sound is still there, and yeah, actually the bass is kind of cool like it is, but I maybe want to look for something like on top of the bass or something. But this is for later on. What else? Cool stuff to show is um, yeah, the main instrument here is an it's an instrument rack which I built from two different. It's not two different wavetables. It's like almost the same wavetable, but the second one is transposed up by an octave here, and just filtered it a bit different. And they're both panned left and right, and got lots of stuff processing happening after it, because it's I added an erosion here to add some noise, and filtered it, of course, to the low pass, the lows out, and there's some saturation going on, and a stereo vibrato, and a reverb going on. So there's like pretty much going on this track, and I'm just going to show you it on its own. I'm going to solo it here, and you see it's like almost those classic piano, electric piano kind of sound, but with a little, yeah, with a little twist on it, with a little adding of lots of hiss and saturation to it, and the stereo vibrato, which like makes it like really kind of wide sounding. But it's also like with the together with the reverb, it's get like almost lost in the back of the track. So I added on top of it, I added a simple FM piano preset, which is an Ableton preset for, I think it's Wavetable. Yeah, it's a Wavetable preset. So, which is also, yeah, quite, yeah, it's not that complex, but it's like pretty cool, and it's classic kind of FM piano sound. But it's quite cool on its own. But if you hear it together with this instrument rack I built, it gets lots of more texture to it. So this is you hear that it's a lot of wide. It's really wide and textury and noisy kind of stuff. And yeah, I'm pretty proud of the sound, because it's like it's the thing I wanted to have there, and it's just like, not so often that I just end up with a sound I wanted to have. I heard it in my head before, and just not gonna fumble around with the knobs until like almost there. But this sound is like really what I wanted to have there, so it's pretty cool. Um, Also, I added some bellish kind of sound here. It's actually it can okay okay can get rid of the both of these here, and there's a bellish kind of sound up there. It's really high pitched, but it's also just there to add some textures to this main sound here. So it's just some high frequency texture happening here, and there's also an octave higher pitched version of the main instrument, which is happening here. Um, I recorded it and I resampled it and pitched it like one octave higher and did some changes here to the to the uh, uh, um, to the warp mode, and here's the tones mode again. It's beats here, the transients, and here's the tones mode again, and it's like sounds pretty much like this. This sound is actually pretty quiet, and it's just in the beginning. It's like in the intro, it's louder. And it's again it's just a sound to add texture. So it's like if you combine this with the main instrument rack, with the FM piano and the bells, you end up with something pretty much like this. So you see, it's just like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like six tracks combined together just to make it sound like one thing going on. And should also maybe put them in a group. Oh well, they're in this group together. Okay. Yeah. So these tracks are actually just the main chords and melody thing happening. Then we have this second melody coming in this B part here, which is actually done with a granulator, and this is a vocal. This is a vocal sample. I don't know where I got this from. This is a vocal sample. You can see it's voice. I don't know if you can read it. It's voice 01 key A minor. It should be like I don't. It should be something like in maybe I got it from Lander. Should be something from here. Yeah, voice 01 key A minor. So it's like this one. Yeah. So this is the original vocal sample, and I ended up doing this, and there's also two instances of this, one pitched an octave higher, and if you want to hear them together, it's like pretty much like this. So it's a pretty straight, simple, and like wide melody with lots of space between it, and it fits real cool into this B section, which was a little, which is a little bit chilled, a little bit less of the melody parts happening, and there's a little bit more groove because we see here's the Mandeltüte and the bottle ride and something and all this stuff happening. And yeah, this is really different. This is a cool thing about the granulator. You can do really create crazy stuff with it. Really love this plugin. I actually used a lot of used the grain scanner a lot more in the past, but now I just try to use the granulator, and it's pretty cool. I get pretty cool results out of it, and yeah. So and it still kind of fits into the sound schematic of this lo-fi yeah, old school piano kind of vibe. So it's really it really sounds like, it's pretty much like, if you oh, sorry, that's pretty high pitched. It's like kind of this vibe, if you mix it to if I play together with the FM piano here. Just let me both tracks here, or it's solo stuff. Um So you hear that, of course, this Vox granulator here, this granulated vocal here, it's like lot wider and so on, but it's just like in the same territory of sound. It's like this mellow, um, yeah, kind of sound, and so I really ended up with this, and I really like this, really enjoyed this. Um, this Atmo kind of stuff that's happening here, it's pretty cool as well. In the beginning, in the intro, is pretty cool as well. So what we have here is this audio is just I took the original instrument here and frozen the reverb. So it's pretty, it's pretty cool to like let me try it to oh, it's soloed, of course. Sorry, unsolo those tracks there. So and if you freeze this, it's a bit quiet now. But you hear that that it gets into this buzzy kind of sound, and I don't know how I cued it or something, but I ended up with something like this. I'm not sure if it's this sound. Maybe it's the sound I used before. Actually, it was the sound I used before. But it sounds pretty cool. The funny thing is that it sounds like it has a lot of reverb on it. But if you stop, as soon as you stop the sound, there's no reverb tail, because the audio, the recorded audio is like the reverb sound, and this is pretty cool because you get this reverby kind of feeling, but there's no reverb. There is reverb on it, of course, but it's like a really, really short reverb actually, where I just put almost all of the tracks into to make it sound like they're in one room together, playing in one room together. And yeah, this is pretty cool, atmospheric kind of sound. And there's another granulator here in this Atmo. Somehow reminds me to Nice Water Hole. Yeah. Something like this. This is the cool thing about those things like the granulator or like freezing reverb tails, like almost you get some watery kind of textures to it, and it's pretty cool. Yeah, and here's another granulator. Sorry. There's another granulator going on here, which is actually a recording of the bell, which we messed around with last time. And I did a new recording and put it into the granulator, and ended up with something pretty much like this. I hope you can hear it. It's pretty quiet, but I can turn the gain up here. But it still sounds like this bellish kind of thing, and like a cowbell, like lots of cowbells like ringing together. But if you mix it together with the Atmos sound, you get something like this. And it is there, but you can't almost hear it. It's like you just hear something moving from the left to the right channel, and this is pretty cool. I like this. And another thing which I'm really proud of what I've done is this. There's actually the same atmospheric sound that I used down here. I put it on another track, and just put a gate on it, and let it trigger by the snare drum, and so you can get like a snare, like a guitar player would do if you just like did, and this is what happened there actually. See, it's actually just triggered by the snare if you hear it together with the drum rack here. So it's kind of a rhythmical and harmonical thing together, and this is pretty cool because normally if I'm a guitar player, and this is this is where I came from, and this is a thing I would definitely do on a guitar, on something like this, And I thought maybe not just maybe do it with with something like, I don't know, with something else than a guitar actually. Although there is a guitar in this track, and there is actually a guitar in this track, which is this here. Which again is something that it's rhythmically somewhere else. It's like almost like a Latin vibe. I just EQ'd the guitar a lot here, so it's like it's what I call a small speaker simulator, like lots of low end and high end cutoff. If I just turn the equalizer off. And this is with the equalizer on. And it's also warped to the beat just a little bit, so it's like a little bit glitchy now and then, but it's like just a little bit. And in this bridge part, I also have an auto pan on so that the other notes of the snare trigger track random was actually the same melody. It's the same audio used down here, as far as I remember. Just look, just check it out. We'll just check it out. What I've done here. I'm not sure anymore. Let's get the effects off. Yeah, so it's the old sound of the main melody and chords, but it's reversed. It's reversed, so it's like not the same thing. And if you get, it's a little bit of gate, and it's an clip-in kind of delay on it, and of course equalizer going on here as well. So it's pretty yeah, it's like something else. Yeah, yeah, cool. Yeah, I like it too. I like it really. So these are like almost all the sounds. They're really pretty interesting. Um, yeah. Oh, and there's this kind of, yeah. Just let me say Juno-ish, Jupiter-ish kind of synth happening in the end here. So it's just for the second A part here, it's A1, and the outro, it's like outro. I don't know how to pronounce it. Just to add some more texture again, to give a different vibe, but still like, yeah, in the same territory again. So these are actually the all the interesting sounds happening. And as I mentioned, I wanted to think about maybe doing something with the bass. I already changed yesterday a little bit of the bass, yeah, melody. The actually the main melody, the main bass part was like this. And I changed it a bit in the beginning. It's like the bass is not that busy actually, and it's not like a central part of the sound, so it's okay. But I thought about maybe just doing two things I wanted to do wanted to check out for the bass. One is try to find a maybe even um yeah, sound that's even more or to build a sound that's even more like unhearable, but it's there. And I had an idea of making an instrument rack, making a sound with a wavetable, and starting with a oh, it's not showing up here. I need to reload it. Second. Um, maybe others. Something like with a square wave thing going on, or something like this. Which is actually like pretty you know yeah, it's a square wave. And we can like filter it down a lot. It's like turn it down like an octave or so. I could also use push down the MIDI notes as well, but I'll do this later on. Maybe something like this, which is actually just like like solid, but yeah, not that. Um, you can just like really hear the bass, you know. Maybe we should also get deeper or something, but yeah. Got glide. How much glide? It's 240, 255. So I'm gonna get 255 here as well. You know, this is pretty simple, but it's actually it might fit in a lot better because it's like, you know, if we compare it, especially in this A part here, this is the original bass. And now this new bass. You know, this one is like a little bit more solid, and it's you can hear it, but it's like not that dominant. And I think that suits the song, the track a little bit better because there's a lot of stuff happening in the upper registers. You know, how about like turning it even another octave down? How about like turning this second oscillator an octave up? I think that suits song a little bit better. Something like this, you know, um, the track a little bit better. Maybe if we go for some distortion, but not too much, so that we don't get um, too many high frequencies there. But maybe let's just come on. Let's just try the Runa plugin on it. Just maybe maybe we could go a little bit crazy with that. Why not? Okay, see, this is like really low, so maybe just gonna pull it up an octave again. Maybe this is already too much. Yeah, I think we should go for like less of this crazy distortion sound because this original bass has lots of distortion to it, and I think it's pretty nice, but it doesn't fit, you know. I think that the simple sound suits the track a lot more. But there's one thing I want to try. Um, just duplicate it because there's another one of those crazy new plugins who actually has a um, pretty simple kind of sound layout. So it looks pretty yeah, crazy, and already see it's moving here, and you can get a plain kind of. You can move through the different shapes of the waves, and as you can see here, it's um, yeah, a square wave actually, and it should sound pretty simple. Say it's a pretty simple square wave. Yeah. Got lots of release on it and sustain. Just let me go and get rid of those. You can go crazy with it. So this is like pretty simple square wave sound, but it's pretty cool. I like how this plugin sounds. Actually, it's kind of um I don't know. It's kind of organic. I don't know why. I actually don't know why. But we need to pitch it down like an octave at least. And maybe get rid of the release a bit more and do the slope like something like this. So it's pretty solid sound. And we have a filter here, which we need to mix in. And we can go like polyphony down. Oh, it's like a long kind of glide here. Okay. Maybe if we add those two together, let's just hear this wavetable, simple wavetable kind of a square wave sound that we built here, and this. Oh. Here together with the rest of the track. Yeah, so it's kind of difficult because this sync. I don't know how to pronounce this. I don't know sync very sync very. I don't know. Has a really long glide time. Just gonna pull it down. Like I think it's legato. Oh, I don't know which I'm. Oh, I'm on this one. So. And they're really like touch sensitive, you know. The attack velocity sensitive is the right word. Sorry, velocity. Yeah, this is better because this is shorter. Yeah. And this is what like a really round and full kind of bass sound, you know. But I'm still not sure if this is too much, you know. Maybe I should just go for something simple like this one wavetable here with those square wave oscillators and this little bit of this sub, of course. You know, it's pretty simple, but why not? You know, why not? Maybe I try to add some erosion here, like some noise going on here. Something like this. Maybe just let me try something else. I just group this quick and get an operator in here and use the where is it? Yeah. Use the noise looped oscillator here, and we just get some noise on top of it, on top of our bass sound. There's just a little bit of noise happening here. And let's hear it together with the whole track. I think this is like, you know, I think the track doesn't need much more on the bass side than this simple bass sound. Of course, I need to equalize it a bit better to suit the track better. But instead of using this, which is like a really dominant and growly kind of bass sound, this here, it's like, it's still like kind of interesting, but it's not, that you're like, I don't know, fixed on this, focused on the sound, You would just go and just, yeah, but it's like a high noise now. We're just gonna drive it. I think this is better. I think this suits the whole track better. Let's just listen to the whole track from the beginning to the end, for once, with this new bass sound. And I'm just gonna get me some water to drink because I haven't got anything to drink here anymore. Just a second. But I'll just let the track run and we listen to it together. Yeah. Sorry, I took the hoodie off. Don't be confused. I'm still. Um, yeah, I think this bass sound suits the track better than the one I had before. It's still not this thing I want to have there. I would love to show you, but I'm afraid that if I show you which bass sound I'm actually going for. Good evening. Good evening. Nice to see you, Zayfara. Um, if I show you this, the bass sound I'm trying to achieve, I'm a bit scared that Twitch just turns off the volume of the whole video, so I won't be doing this now. But it's something pretty much like this, and I actually like this, and so I'm gonna leave it for now like this because it's like more of the thing I want to have. Also put in a licorice drop, so don't be confused if you hear some clickering sound because my throat is kind of don't know, not good. It doesn't hurt, but it's like, and this thing is still also still this sound is also still something I want to change a bit. It's on both. It's left on and left on the right. It's the same sound, so it's um. I think I should like just like go for a different sound um the right side maybe. Just let me build something that's almost close to it with with the wavetable maybe. Again, wavetable is my thing. I just love this oscillator. This synthesizer, and just let us check what we have here in this analog synth. It's like sawtooth, and it's an octave down, and it's both are detuned actually. That's okay. That's freaky. Hmm. There's some glide happening. Yeah, it's like a sawtooth synth kind of sound. So it's pretty simple to rebuild it. What's with the attack is like kind of slow. It's like okay, so we almost there already. Oh, it's mono. Sorry. Yeah, we should push that off higher here. Get the release a little bit shorter. Oh, but just they're both. Let's turn off the echo for a second. Drive. We could use the internal filter of the wavetable here. Yeah, pretty much something like this. Yeah. So they are both kind of different, but in the same vibe. So it's like pretty cool. Like way too much delay happening here. Yeah, I think that's better. Let's hear it together with the rest. Yeah, I think this is pretty cool. Just need to shorten up those chords here because they're way too long. Oops. Oh, we don't any chords. Yeah, that's better. Maybe we could change the second chord a bit because it's like there's nothing like much happening here. You see, there's this change from C to E, but the main melody is going like down from D to C here, and we stay with B and G. So why don't we maybe just try something? Let try something. Go to B as well here. And maybe down to C with this one. Oops. This sounds pretty cool. But they're both those both notes are like pretty close to one another. Maybe let's get it. Nah, I'm not sure with the B here. We have the B here, so it's like the highest note here is the B, which actually makes this chord with a bass sound with a C under it. It's like a C major 7, I think. Should be a C major 7. So if we don't need the B here, maybe go for E again. This sounds pretty nice. Yeah. Why not try this? Let's go here to C. Also, do the same here. and hear it all together. No, nope, nope, nope. It fits, but it's like, it's just too much. It's just too much. Just gonna stay with the G here. Maybe even get rid of the of the high notes here. Just let me no of the low notes. Sorry, I want to get rid of the low notes here and see what happens. 'Cause we actually don't need them there. Yeah, this is way better. This is like not so full, because the track is still is already like full of sounds happening at this point, and this should be just there to give a certain certain kind of mood to this part. It's like it should be like the atmosphere should be like a little bit opening up, something like this. Yeah, I think this is pretty cool. I'm still not. I like the space sound better than the one we had before, but I maybe will offline try to achieve a bass sound, to copy the bass sound that I have in mind, which is um a bass sound that's actually used by Andrew Huang a lot on this. What was it? It was an Nintendo stuff. Nintendo, and I don't know what is the damn it. What's the EP called again? Just let me look this up, because it's want to show you, and also recommend you to generally check out Andrew Huang, but especially um one certain EP. Yeah, it's TV and video games. This one, you can see it down here. Go and check this out because it's pretty awesome, and this is the vibe I'm going for with this track, actually, and pretty close to it. The bass sound is missing, but this bass sound, but we're close. We're close with this. Yeah, we're actually pretty close, and yeah, so there's not much left to which there's not much. There's actually nothing I wanted to change sound wise. It's like pretty much everything is pretty cool. So why don't we just listen to it again, to the whole track, and see if anything comes to our minds, which I still can change. I'm gonna save it. Um, maybe there's something that, yeah, comes to our minds if we hear it again. So let's just check it out. I think it's pretty cool. I like this. I just listened to the song which has this bass sound that I have in my mind, and nice, bang, yeah. I just the changes that we just made, the this Juno-ish kind of thing here happening, just made the whole track sound pretty, mm, a lot better, and the bass sound is better too. I think it fits a lot more to the whole track. Um, but actually, as I mentioned, I just listened to the track again, which has the bass sound on it that I wanted to recreate, and it's pretty much like just an really really low and filtered and short sawtooth actually. So it's like should be something like really close to this, but like really deep, maybe something like this actually. Yeah. filter it down. I don't know how this may sound. It's like it's like more dominant bass sound. But I think it could be working. Actually, it could be working because it's like still almost as dull as this square wave, but there's some high frequency happening here, and maybe just gonna go and put an octave higher like triangle wave on it. I think this sounds pretty interesting. Check it out. Let's compare it to our square wave bass. I think the square wave is actually better because it's like it's like not that dominant. I think that suits the whole track better, and I think the whole track sounds pretty much like more mixed with already like with this kind of bass sound to it. Yeah. Maybe just let me duplicate this and get a second one going that's an octave higher, just to maybe try to give it some more high frequency kind of range to it. Let's just try this. Sure if this sounds good. Together on its own, it's pretty cool. Or with a track, maybe. It's just it doesn't make that much of a difference. Just let me solo the basses now, and with the octave higher bass. And without it, I turn the volume down a lot here. It doesn't make that much of a difference, but I think it could be something that makes the bass more that you can that you can hear the bass more if you listen to it on a small speaker, you know. And this is what we all want to do, to make everything uh, uh, that you can realize every part of a track, even on a small speaker. So I think this is pretty yeah, this is pretty good. I just want to recolor this one because this should be a different color. The base is blue, so just give it this. No, this is plum. Um, Damn, we need more colors. I actually need much more colors here. So let's give it this color. I don't know how it's called, but I give it this color. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all that we can do. Maybe just one thing. Maybe just one thing. Just one thing I want to do. We could try out. Again with the bass. This is one idea I had. I forgot about and just came back to my mind because there is on the Bolt plugin. There is a bass sound which is like a real and a P bass sound. Like a real bass. How does this sound, huh? Oh, it's pretty high, so it's where it is. Where is it? Down at least an octave. 2. It adds some more character to the whole sound. Maybe you're just gonna try out and just delete just get rid of the high frequency bass here. think this is pretty nice. This is like that little bit more of character to the bass sound, but it's not like that much that dominant as the old bass sound was. So it's like pretty cool. I like this. I think this is pretty cool. This is something I'm really satisfied with. Yeah, this is a bass sound I'm really satisfied with. Both of these together, this is pretty cool. This actually isn't like a P bass sound as I thought. Yeah, it's close to it, but it's something I don't know what it is, but it's cool. I like it, so I'm just gonna leave it there. Yeah, this is pretty cool. So, yeah, we're actually like almost done with yeah, it's like almost it's also almost time to stop. um yeah. I mean, why don't we just listen to the track again and see if anything comes to your mind? And yeah, let's just see. Yeah, I think this is pretty cool. I like it. I like it a lot. It sounds pretty cool. It's the whole mix is pretty cool already. I of course I just of course I did lots of some EQing here stuff like sounds pretty cool. Yeah, thanks. um, of course I already did like EQing stuff already on lots of tracks here, and although I don't need those here, but who cares? Yeah. Um, but there are still things that I could change and maybe make it more like fit together. But it already sounds like pretty pretty mixed. It already sounds pretty mixed, and especially the space sound makes it like more. The old bass sound was like making it muddier. It's like yeah, a muddy. There were more like a kind of muddy frequencies going on and stuff. And with this atmospheric drone sound here together, there was like in this part where the bass and this drone sound, Atmo drone sound was playing. It was kind of too much. But now it's like, yeah, it's pretty cool. The only thing I could think about is like maybe starting the whole track with some freaky. I have a freaky time. Yeah, I have a freaky Maxwell Live device here, which could be what's it called again? Is it High School Crush? No, something like it's College Dropout. Yeah, it's like college. Yeah, it's College Dropout. It's actually a simulation of a tape deck, and this is pretty funny because it can do funny stuff with it. And it's like you can see this the tape is running here, and it always like slows down and stuff like this. It sounds like this vinyl effect, but with tape. It just turns the volume down there. But there was like I haven't used it in a while, so like downtime. Oh, we can get his here. Yeah. This could be something that's be usable in this useful in this intro section here. This is a bit much. Ah, there's this. Yeah, there's a sound effect. This could be something that we used in the intro like this, or maybe I don't know, was it High School Crush thing? I don't know what this is. Okay, it's not on, so I'm turn it on now and see what happens. sorry, the bit reduction here. This is also like some kind of bit reduction thing. I don't know if it's really if the intro needs this, because it's with this atmospheric drone kind of sound. I'm not sure, if this is like something that really helps the whole track to be cool. um or maybe it's like, an effect that's too cheesy, because it's like, everybody uses this vinyl kind of stuff. I'm not sure, but yeah, think about it and maybe see if I'm gonna find something there interesting there. So why not just go and why don't you just go and listen to it one last time for today before we say goodbye, and yeah, say have fun and enjoy. Yeah. Um, I think this is all for today. um, yeah, we're done for today. I think the track sounds pretty cool now. It sounds better than before, and this is a good result for the day. And yeah, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for checking out my stream and being with me on the playground. Next week, I'm not sure if I'll be streaming next week because there are lots of stuff happening, and I'm not sure if I'll be able to stream next week. If so, I will let you know, and it certainly won't be on Wednesday next week. So I'm not sure because there I got something meeting with friends, and so but I will let you know, and the latest we'll see. I think we'll see us in 2 weeks, and so have a good rest of the day. Have a good evening. Have a good night. Sleep well. Hope all of you stay well. Hope all of you have won't get any problems with the rain and the water, and so stay safe. And where's this button? There's this button. I gotta mark the buttons better. See you next time. Goodbye.
Mars Radio.